Hello book nerds, welcome to Bookshelf Bunny. I'm Kim and today we will be doing a simple reading vlog. Hey guys, so I'm a little under the weather. The other day, Thursday. This is hard. Thursday, my husband and I got our COVID booster shots. This is our 5th series of COVID shots. And I'm all for, doing my part in trying to minimize the spread of this thing since it looks like it's gonna be sticking around. So I got 2 needles, 1 in each arm, and every single time I get a COVID booster, I end up I feel like I've been kicked around. I get the aches and the body chills, and I had that. I pushed through the work day on Friday while feeling like a truck had hit me. And then I think I caught a cold. I've had a coworker sick over this last week, and I suspect her cold got me. I had started to notice like a scratchy throat just before I got my shots, like the day of I had noticed scratchy throat, but I just kind of, tried to pretend like it wasn't happening. It'll go away. It's no big deal. Unfortunately, scratchy throat has persisted into some minor congestion. And I think my poor immune system is just at its limit, having had the COVID shot and the flu shot and a cold. So I feel really tired today. Today is Saturday. My husband's been working on his thesis, so he's been working hard. He, like me, is a night owl. He's most productive in the nights, so he's been working a lot of overnights trying to get his thesis written, and then crashing during the day. So he's sleeping right now. I am really low energy. I was going to do some writing today, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So instead, I thought I would read. I'm currently working on reading through an ARC that I had received, an advanced reader's copy for a book called His Doll by Rainlin. She had wanted a review up by tomorrow. I'm only about halfway through her book. So I'm going to put aside the other books that I'm reading and just plow through that one for Rainlin. What can I say about His Doll? I'm only halfway through, and it's an interesting story. We have a girl who is basically kidnapped as a child in like a child trafficking ring, and she's trained to be a doll. Her job is to be a doll. She's trained to be small and obedient and pretty, but she's tortured by her owners. So she grew up in a house where that's all they did. He killed children left, right, and center for fun because why not? He's a psychopath. And she survived that, made it to 19, only to be taken by another person. And this person was sent on a mission by his brother to rescue her, but he's got internal demons and possibly mental illness, and he, instead of rescuing her and liberating her, kept her for his own. So now she's navigating a new master in a new world with someone who's very unpredictable. One minute he's dark and angry and he wants to hurt her, and the next minute he's kind and soft and wants to protect her. So she doesn't know on any given day where she's going to stand with this guy. It is supposed to be a romance, so she's also dealing with her own conflicting feelings of attraction to him, while also fear and revulsion because of who and what he is. So that's about as far as I've gotten. They've had a few interesting moments, and we'll see where it goes. So hopefully I can finish that off today. Okay, let's get reading. Because I feel yucky, I want some tea, so I'm gonna go with some David's Tea Cinnamon Rubio's Chai. I feel like it's going to be warm and those spices are going to feel nice on my scratchy throat. As always, don't mind my messy hay floor. Bunnies, that's what they do. I'm gonna go read in my reading room slash hobby room because these guys sleep during the day and I need to give her some time to do that. So I'm going to go be quiet and read in my spare room, the one room where bunnies are not allowed. Love you, Loki, Loki, you're a good girl. Kleenex because stuffy nose. Hello book nerds! So today is Sunday. I survived day 1 of my cold. No. Hey guys, so my cold has decided to really settle in. I have a pounding headache and I have all the congestion, and all I can say is thank God for Dristan nasal spray. It's the only thing allowing me to inhale at this time. Yesterday I did manage to finish the book I was reading, His Doll, and I posted my review on my Instagram story, Goodreads, and Amazon, so feel free to check it out. It wasn't my favorite book of all time. I saw what it was trying to do and I saw where the story was trying to go, but it didn't quite take me there. So I give it a solid 3 out of 5. It wasn't terrible. There were parts where I felt like there was just a lot of repetition, and that could have been pared down. And I also felt like I can't even think. My head hurts. I also felt like it jumped a lot, and I had trouble following some of the plot. But I mean, all in all, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever read. So I posted those reviews, check them out. Today I am just going to sit on my butt. I'm probably going to nap a lot so I don't have to feel the pain that's in my head right now. Good girl? You make a girl. My girl, what you doing? You want cuddles? Good girl. You cutie patootie. Hello guys, it's Saturday again. It's been a week since I read his doll, and before I posted my vlog for the end of February, I wanted to quickly touch on a couple of things. So first of all, I'm gonna make some supper, so you're gonna join me while I do that. I'm gonna be making some cabbage rolls, lazy cabbage rolls, because I'm lazy. Okay, there we go. I think, yeah, that should do. Okay, so first of all, last weekend I was super sick, as you saw in my previous vlog clips. I ended up coming down with a cold that I probably would have fought off otherwise, except I had just gotten my COVID shot, my 5th booster, and I also had a flu shot. And I'm doing that because I'm preparing for a trip, and I'm so excited about it. It's coming up, and we're going to do a bunch of things. We're going to California, and I have never ever traveled outside of Canada. I've barely traveled outside of my home province of Saskatchewan, so this is kind of a big deal for me, and I'm really excited. So in preparation for this trip, I wanted to make sure my COVID booster was up to date and at its like peak efficiency for when I'm in Los Angeles and surrounded by people like Disney and Universal and stuff. And I also wanted to make sure my flu shot was up to date for the same reason. I usually get my flu shot in like October or November, and I didn't this year. I just didn't have an opportunity to take myself to a pharmacy and get a jab in the arm. But honestly, it's probably fine, because this way it will also be at peak efficiency when I'm on my trip to Los Angeles. So I'm super excited. So that's coming up about a month and a half, and I am really stoked. I'll do a vlog, don't worry, I'll take you with me to see all the things. So last weekend knocked me on my butt because these vaccines, I think, sort of threw my immune system for a loop, and a cold that I was kind of starting to catch but so far hadn't just kind of exploded. So I was sick last weekend. I ended up missing work on Monday, and then I felt mostly better on Tuesday. Congestion and a little bit of a cough. I wore a mask, took myself to work, and worked through my week, got all better. On Friday, I felt 100% better. I am sure at this point the cold is gone, which is amazing. And during the week, I read a book, and I want to talk about it. I read Terra Destra by MTG. MTG is on Instagram. Make sure you follow her. This is the second book of her series, and I love it. It's so good. The first one was amazing. So the basic premise is our main character has a rare blood condition, and it turns out that this blood condition is like the key to curing vampirism. That's the best thing. And so she accidentally gets dragged into a parallel dimension, a parallel world, where a condition that actually came from Earth, her world, was let loose and run rampant and basically caused like the end of the world over there. So there's a small community of human survivors, and at the end of the first book it was her task to seek out these survivors, because she was told that the cure for this vampirism might be in a neighboring kingdom, but she had to figure out how to get there. And so she was on a mission, and she did that. It was so good. That's the premise of the second book. So she finds these people, and she has to deal with human shenanigans and politics as like a young adult, which poor Evangeline, what a thing for this character to have to deal with. And the whole time she had to leave behind her friends that she made who have this condition, this vampire condition, because apparently her blood at this point is not interesting to them. They don't smell her like she's a human, so they don't want to eat her, which is great. So she made friends with those vampires and she wants to help them. That's why she's on this mission. And one of them is her love interest. But there's like some decisions and questions as to where exactly the relationship stands and how exactly she feels. Mostly she thinks she's definitely fallen for him, but at the same time she's very young and she's just questioning, wanting to make sure she's making the right choices. So they left the relationship without defining anything when she went on this journey. So she goes on this journey and her friends back on Earth have figured out a way to open the portal and get to her. So now her friends from Earth and her new human community that she located, they found the cure. And they want to take this cure, but there's not enough of it. And I won't tell you what it is because I don't want to give you a lot of spoilers. You're just going to have to read the book. Just saying. All I can really tell you is it was so good. I love this world that MTG has created. I just love it, and the characters keep me totally involved. I would finish reading for like the night, and then I would spend my work day wondering what they were up to, as if it was a continuing saga and I was gonna miss it. Oh, I wonder what those guys are doing right now. Oh yeah, that's right, it's a book. It's not real life. These characters aren't real people, but they felt like it. So good. So, 5 out of 5. Definitely enjoyed that book. I recommend it. I'll put a link in the description below. If you're interested, feel free to buy your copy. And if you buy your copy using my link, I am an Amazon associate, affiliate, whatever it's called. So, if you buy it through my link, I get a little bit of credit to to further my book addiction. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to show you something amazing. I have an incredible friend. Her name is Haley, and Haley made me a quilt. A bookshelf quilt. You know, you've probably seen them on like Facebook and Pinterest and stuff, of these bookshelves quilts with like books on them, and it's great. She made me one, and it's massive. It is massive. I'm pretty sure it's close to a king-size quilt, and it's phenomenal, and I'm so in love with it, and so I wanted to share that with you. Here is the amazing quilt. So many designs and the fabrics she chose for the books. I am absolutely floored by them. I love them so much. So much. You have no idea. It's incredible. Just incredible. So I wanted to show you what she did. That's what she did. Hooray. Alright. And now you're going to join me while I make my lazy cabbage rolls. And then I'm going to start reading my next book. I actually started this book a while ago, but I haven't been able to really hunker down and just focus on it because I've had other books to read. And the deadline on this one was a little further past. This one is the Diseased Intentions book by Daniel Monroe. It's an advanced reader copy that I was asked to read for the upcoming release of that book. I read the first book as well, and I loved it. And now I'm going to hunker down and finish up the second book. So that's what I'll be doing with the rest of my evening after my lazy cabbage rolls. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Has anyone else ever made or received one of these amazing quilts? Like, do you have them? I would love to see pictures if you do. You can find me on Instagram. I'd love it if you DM'd me pictures of your quilts because I'm absolutely in love with this idea and mine is phenomenal. Also, did you see the Bookshelf Bunny logo she put on my quilt? I'm dying inside of joy and happiness, and I'm amazed, I'm shocked. She did such a good job. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna start cooking. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so that's it for my lazy cabbage rolls, which, as you can see, is very lazy. It's sort of a mash of ingredients, and it's actually my husband's recipe. I don't like cooking, but he's working tonight, so it's my job to do the cooking. But he used to be a cook, so I appreciate his recipes, especially when they're easy mashes of things with mostly good for you ingredients like this. So I'm good with that. Yes, all it literally is some hamburger, some rice, some cabbage, some crushed canned tomatoes or diced canned tomatoes, and like some tomato soup. Just cook it, throw it all together, warm it back up, and eat it full out. And it makes such a huge pot. That's my favorite part. Leftovers for days. Haha. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna eat. I think I'm also gonna play some Oregon Trail on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that seems like a good way to do it. I'm excited. And now I'm gonna relax while my husband's at work. I am going to play some Oregon Trail on the Switch, read some more Diseased Intentions, and take it easy. So, that's it. That's all I got for you for a vlog. And I'll talk to you later. Oh, you'll also notice I used a spatula for mixing, or a flipper. Some people call it a flipper. And the reason for that is because my wrists are useless. So first of all, it's great for breaking up my hamburger. I prefer it to using like a spoon. And because my wrists are useless, they're very weak when I need to flip and mix a big concoction of something. I like the amount of volume I can get in the bottom of the pot and flip it and mix it. So it's a weird choice, I know. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, that's it for me. Talk to you later, book nerds. And as always, happy reading.